Hello, welcome to Trinity Yoga at Upstate Warrior Solutions in Greenville, South Carolina. Today, this flow is for the first day of the week, the first flow in this space as a teacher. I think on Mondays it's always good to think about clarity. What is it I want from the day? What is it I want from the week? But to find clarity, you have to first acknowledge the cloud, the thing that obstructs you from getting what you want, from being the most kind that you can to others, the most kind that you can be to yourself, because without clarity, you're not really sure what you want. There's many good things in this world, but not all things are good for you, right? So as we begin our flow today, I remind everyone that you breathe your own breath. You're responsible for your body, and you know when you are taking things to an edge and when you're taking things to injury. Let's stay in the ah and stay out of the out, right? Today, let's begin. We're going to get into child's pose. You can start with your knees together and sit your hips back toward your heels, collapsing forward, or not collapsing, leaning forward, allowing your back to round across your thighs. Inhale and exhale. If you find that you have a gut or you're pregnant, spread your knees apart and allow your midsection to fall through in between your thighs. It allows you to get closer to the ground. Not that that's a goal, but it's definitely a place to go. If you feel comfortable, rest your forehead on the ground. Reach your hands out in front of you. You want to kind of grip the mat with your fingertips. You want to roll your shoulders down along your sides, so they could be up here, right? Like you're pressing through them and your scaps are coming together, or you can pull your scaps apart with your lats. Pull them down towards your chest. That gives your rhomboid a stretch out. One of the things I have found is that if I'm doing extensive desk sitting, I round my back. I find myself sitting in an extended kind of cat back because it's easy and lazy. Also, maybe we're protecting ourselves from the computer screen. I don't know. But let's go ahead and open our thoracic up, though. We want our chest to the floor, and we want our spine to be doing this shape, right? Chest to the floor. Shoulders towards our chest, shoulders towards the floor, spreading them out. Just rest in here. We're going to start moving here pretty soon. Come up to tabletop. Let's let our belly hang down, opening our chest up, bring our chin up. I have a trapped nerve. It's been really painful. So this is difficult for me. This is difficult for you. Just be gentle with yourself. Be kind. Always look for kindness. And now we're going to go into cat back. Dropping down into cow. Cat back, dropping into cow, cat back, really press into the floor, really put your weight on your palms. Dropping into cow, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring your right arm up to the sky. Thread the needle. Just rest yourself here. Just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Press into the floor with your left arm. Rotate your body, not just your head. Drive your shoulders over. Go slow. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, arm up to the sky. Thread the needle. Place your right hand in tabletop, return to tabletop. Go ahead and bring your toes down to the floor. You're gonna send your hips up into the air, straightening your legs, pushing yourself back into down dog. And just go ahead and pedal out your feet. We're not gonna hang here long. We're gonna repeat that sequence on the other side. Just starting to wake up those legs. I'm in an unheated space, so that means I have to build the heat from within. It's already a cold morning on December 2nd. So my parts, they don't want to move so much. Age has something to do with that. All right, inhale, arm up. Left arm up. Exhale, shoot the needle. Just rest here for a minute. Just let your body find the shape, the twist. Press your right palm into the ground. Now push your shoulder over. You may find one side is stiffer than the other. This is just the way of things. We're asymmetrical beings. We are not perfectly formed in symmetry, right? You know, we do things right-handed or left-handed. Some of us maybe are more symmetrical than others. All right, left arm up in the sky. Inhale, exhale. I'm doing this with a little bit more vigor because it's simpler. Now I'm going to go slow. I'm resting here, trying to find some release. I'm going to go back into the down dog position. Drive your hips up. Pull your core tight. You want to feel your lower abdomen, this part of your abdomen, engage, right? We want to pull the pelvis forward. Keep this tight. That's the secret. That's the secret to great yoga, great gymnastics. Is you got to tie your upper torso and your bottom torso through your pelvis. Driving up. Stretching your back, driving your palms into the ground. Let your heels fall to the floor. Really press back. Feel it. Like if you need to have some bend in your knees, like you can do that if you want. You can bring your feet close together. Push back. If that feels good, if that's an edge that you enjoy, then do it. Try and straighten your knees as much as possible. I'm sure you'll see that my heels are off the ground and my hamstrings maybe aren't as straight as I like to imagine them. But really have weight in your hands, right? Let's get used to putting weight in our hands. Push back. Come forward into a plank. You can come down into a half push-up. Just float here. Keep that core tight. And then push back. I like to drop my knees, drop my forearms. I'm kind of in a sphinx position as I'm pushing back into child's pose. I can also bring my hips up. It's kind of a dolphin. I can roll forward into an up dog. I'm going slow because everything's tight. Pushing back. Notice my hands are closer together now. I'm spreading my fingers out, really gripping the floor. I'm thinking I'm connecting a circuit from my feet through my body to my hands. And now I'm pushing back. I'm really feeling that stretch in my left leg. I have sciatica there, so that gets a little tight. I'm gonna step my right leg forward to a kind of a lizard. I'm gonna let my hips sink down. I'm gonna keep this knee up. I can put my knee down or I can keep it up. I keep my knee up. It feels like more of a stretch. If I want, I can let my elbow come down slowly. Here we go. I can just rest here for a while. Really let my hips open up. Squeeze your glute. On your left side, feel your glute fire. Think about your glute. Find your effort and ease. The effort is I'm trying to keep certain parts of my body tight, but I'm not trying to be tight, right? I'm allowing things to move how they need to. I'm not judging them. I'm breathing through it. I'm acknowledging the difficulty of this position, but I'm not acquiescing to that difficulty. Hands back up here, three-legged dog. Really drive your left heel into the floor if you can. Come up on your toes. Bring your heel closer to your butt. Really kind of drive out. Really squeeze this right side, right glute. We're gonna bring it forward to cheetah. Like touch your knee to your nose. Try and really round your back. Straighten your leg. Drop your heel. My heel's finding the floor right now. Really drive this heel back. Squeeze my right glute. And I'm gonna bring myself down. Going back into this down dog. I'm gonna rest here for 3 breaths. I'm gonna lift this left leg up. And I'm gonna bring it forward into lizard. I'm gonna keep this knee off the ground. My right knee is off the ground. I'm gonna really kind of drive my foot forward. I'm resting. Okay. See, pull that gut. You can kind of see it hanging out. Pull it tight. Disappears. Let my hips drop. I'm feeling it all on my left side, which is where my bad sciatica is. It's also where my nerve trap is, up here. I'm squeezing my right glute to straighten this leg. I'm concentrating, acknowledging this is difficult. I'm gonna try and get down to this elbow. If I can't get there, I'm not crying about it. I'm just gonna get there. I'm finding my edge. This is not easy. Coming up. Three-legged dog. Let that heel find the floor, come up on your toes. Squeeze this glute, this foot here, this left foot. Drive the heel out, squeeze the glute. Bring your heel closer to your left glute. Really let your heel drive to the floor. Right leg. Straighten your leg. Again, if this is hurting you, don't do it. Forward into a plank. Halfway down. Hold. Come back into dolphin. Thumbs up. Press back into down dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. Step right, left, come into yogi squat. If you can't get this low, just deep in your squat, it's okay. Just find where you can fit. Kind of live here a little bit. I'm feeling this in my knee. What do I need to do different? Find a safer place. I'm bringing my elbows into support. I'm sitting back on my hips, on my heels. I'm noticing that one foot is really tweaking hard to maintain this position. And we're gonna come up. Coming to the back of my mat so you can see my face. Hands up to the sky, hands to heart center. What's the cloud that's obscuring your clarity? Once you acknowledge the cloud, all the things that are distractions, you can acknowledge the cloud is obstruction. You can send your hands out in front of you with your eyes closed. Part the cloud, bring your arms open to a T. Now we're just going to clear away the cloud. Spinal rotations start to your left and then to your right. And the trick is, let your palm lead you. Keep your hips, try and keep your hips from moving. You're just creating upper thoracic twisting, independent of our hips. Why is this good? Spine health. Right? Think of how much you turn with your spine only in coordination with this. Well, this is a time to give your upper spine its own attention. You can do this with the medicine ball, wall ball, whatever. Once you're done, go with peace. Bring your hands together. Bring your focus to your palms. Inhale. Bring your palms to your chest. Come to the heart of the matter. What is the priority for you? It doesn't mean that other people's priorities are unimportant, but if you want clarity, you have to understand your priority. You have to understand your goals for the day, your accomplishments, and how those are navigating the world that you live in is your way. Inhale, exhale. We're going to forward fold. Exhaling all the way down so that all the air is out of your stomach. Pull your lower abdomen tight. Collapse your body forward, or pull your body forward. Fingertips, palms, it can be knuckles, whatever. Just touch the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Bring your hands through heart center. Exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way back up, arms reaching. Hands to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. If you hear or see any other things going on, don't worry about it. There are other folks that are using the gym, and they're welcome to it. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up. When you're doing the halfway ups, you want to form a 7. You can have your hands rest here to kind of give you support. You can just come out and let your hands dangle like you're going to pull a deadlift, except for that would be here. All the way up. Hands on center, forward fold. Alright, we're going to be adding on. Because I'm at the back of my mat, you may be at the front of your mat, wherever you want to be. I'm going to step forward. So we're going to start with a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Step forward with our left foot. We're into a high arch. There we go. Put your right heel down. And now you're in a warrior 1. Keeping your hips more towards the front of the mat, arms up in the air. Open up to warrior 2, bring this knee out, lock this knee long, really drive into your feet. Feel connected with the floor. Going to start, warrior 2 towards back. Warrior 1. Alright. Hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, start. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, up. Halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Just hang here. Arms hang loose. You can pull tight. If you want to do a bind behind your back, just be inverted. Inhale up. Step back into Cossack squat. That's your terminology. Skandasana, if you're doing the Sanskrit. You can rotate from front to back. Let your toe come up. That was spicy on my left leg. I'm sorry. Bring your hands, frame your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Hands to heart center. Step our feet a little wide. We're going to come down into a yogi squat. Should feel a little different. Less tight. More vertical. Ooh. Gotta do a lot more cat-cows for me. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Inhale up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's just do a little side-to-side wiggle. Rotate your left shoulder away from your left hip, and then your right shoulder away from your right hip. Just feel that stretch, find that edge. This is about returning mobility. I haven't really been doing much because it hurts. But if I keep letting the pain win, I will become stone. All right. Down dog. Right foot high, right foot forward. Pardon me, I'm thinking about that myself. Warrior one. I crescent. Stay balanced here. From high crescent, we're gonna lean forward into airplane. And if you fall, just like I did, it's okay. Just find yourself. Settle. Here we go. Point the toe down, really engage the glute. Come back into warrior one. Warrior two. Come back into high crescent. Come forward again. Airplane, single leg. If you have it, if not, you can kickstand. It's okay. There ain't no shame. Doesn't make you a better person just because you follow along. It just means that you're able to do it. And if you're afraid to do it, you should try it. Apologies for my head being cut off. Sitting here on warrior one, concentrating on my leg being bent, my knee being forward. I can still see my big toe. Back leg is straight. Arms forward. And now I'm going to big step forward. Hands at heart center, forward fold. Touch the floor. Take a big step back with my right foot. High crescent. Warrior one. Warrior two. High crescent. Come forward. On my left side, airplane. Really point that toe down. Really engage my glute on my floating leg. Engage my glute on my standing leg. Come back. Up. Repeat. Come back into warrior one. Really drop that heel. There we go. Seeing my big toe. My knees forward to the outside of my hip. Just hanging out here. Feeling it. Step forward. Exhale. Let's come back into our yogi squat. How does that feel different? I'm getting less pain in my knee. My upper thoracic's not bothering me as bad. Sitting my hips down. This is kind of a very slow flow. It's okay. Now I'm leaning forward on my palms. I could just float, but that may not be in your practice. It's also just a hip opener for me. You can just lean forward. Just get used to driving your palms into the ground, feeling safe. You've got 4 points of contact. You can really grip the floor with your fingers, right? Feel that connection with the floor. If you choose to float, bring your feet up, lean forward. Now, I was taught that if I was gonna go crow, I'd bring my toes in, point them at the bottoms of my palms, drive my knees into my triceps. But I haven't been practicing. And so it was not as comfortable. This, however, it's a pretty good beginning. It's a cheat. It's okay to cheat in life. Yeah. It's not okay to cheat your friends. It's not okay to cheat tests, but in life, if you can find a better way through, that's good. Let's come to our seat. If you want to, you can take a shavasana. You can lay down on your back. Just gonna start for a shot. Just rest there a minute. Just feel contact with the floor. And then if you would, bring your heel straight up into the air. If you need to, if you have low back issues. It's awkward to talk to you through my crotch, so if you have low back issues, take your palms, make a triangle below your spine. That'll support your hips. It's the same thing as if you're squatting heavy and you wear heels with your lifters. Kind of takes the pressure off. Let your head come back. See, that's uncomfortable for me. So I gotta open my hands up. There, that's better for me now. Normally the other way works, but that track nerve thing, really drive your heels up. We want to do this for about 8 minutes. So if you want to find a wall, find a wall. If you need to help it with your hands, but this is really good for our circulation. The lower extremity doesn't normally engage with the world like this, right? So you're forcing your blood in an unusual direction. Your body does that work, your heartbeat. So this is good to get your legs above your heart. Feel the burn, that's actually a lot of work, right? I'm not gonna do 8 minutes. Let's go ahead and bring your left leg into a figure 4 configuration. Tuck your knee behind your right knee behind your left ankle. If you want, you can encourage the leg pulling this way and drive your left knee away from the body. That is acceptable. Just sit here in the figure 4 for a little minute. You can try straightening this leg. That's cool. You can try driving this leg away from you so that you have to pull harder to keep it in place. Driving this knee out. Don't let anything go slack. You want to really feel like all the muscles are turned on in every direction. Keep your abdomen, like right now I've got it pushed out. Keep it tight. That adds to it. Keep your head up. Right, you can relax. Bring your right leg down. Take your left leg off, change sides. So your right ankle is on your left knee. Lift your knee up, have it go straight up. You can also do the exact same thing. We're pulling in, driving out. Everything's tight. Keep your lower abdomen tight. Toes pointed towards your face or towards the knee. And now you can relax back into your Shavasana. Right? Feel it. Bring your knee up and over. This is tight. Your right knee is up and over your left hip. If you are on the other side, that's okay. Just keep your shoulder blade pinned to the floor. Let your hip only go as far as it wants. Inhale, exhale, let it go a little farther. Just rest it. You should feel no pain, only sensation. Right? Sensation tells you you're doing something. Pain tells you to stop. Right? A lot of times we confuse sensation with pain. Let's go ahead and bring your hips back to flat. Stick your right leg straight out. Bring your left leg over top. If you were on the other side, do your opposite. Keep your shoulder blades pinned to the floor. Allow your knee to roll over. Always breathe. Never hold your breath. Either be inhaling or exhaling. Really feel your hips release. Cool. Let's come back to center. You can do a little boat. Come up, bring your legs up. Gut tight. Really keep your lower abdomen tight. Palms out. Palms at heart center. Palms grabbing your legs. You can grab your legs like this if you need it. Just find the variation that makes you feel like you're doing work, but you're not breaking. Shavasana. Close your eyes. Just become relaxed. Let your body settle to the floor. Let it ground. Let it feel attached to the floor like you're not going to float away. If your low back is up off the floor, bring your knees up. Let your back sit flat. Inhale, big breath, and really push it into your back. Exhale completely. Do a 5 count on your next inhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue that pace of breath. Just think only of breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your next exhale, start bringing your attention back to your fingertips. Start moving them, rolling your wrists, feeling your elbows move, your biceps pull your hands towards your chest. Put your hands over your heart. Feel yourself breathe as your toes begin to wiggle a little bit. Bring some life into your ankles. Find yourself in a seated position. Thank you for your time with me and your practice. Thank you for giving yourself permission to do this. And I hope to see you tomorrow, 7:30, Upstate Warrior Solutions. Just continue breathing. Once again, I'm Trinity Greer. This is Trinity Yoga of the Divine Masculine, and I hope you have a good Monday.